Ever feel like you're living a script someone else wrote? Like every decision is a checkbox for someone else's approval? I've been there, counting likes, nodding when I didn't agree, hiding my true thoughts. The weight builds. It's exhausting. You start to forget what you wanted in the first place. That's the trap of people-pleasing. It's a silent prison, and the door is hidden behind other people's expectations. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. We're about to pull that door open and step into the light together. By the end of this, you'll see a clear shift. You'll recognize when you're acting for applause instead of truth. You'll have 3 practical ways to start saying no without guilt. You'll feel a quiet confidence rising, like a muscle waking up after years of being idle. That's the promise. A toolbox that lets you step out of the expectation maze and back into your own skin. It's not a magic fix, but it's a real change you can feel in your chest right now. Let me take you back to a rainy Tuesday in downtown Seattle. I was at a tiny coffee shop, notebook open, trying to draft a proposal for my boss. My friend, Maya, called, asking if I could drive her kids to soccer practice. I said yes, even though I was already swamped. I felt a knot tighten as I hung up. I spent the night juggling work and a tired drive, and the next morning I was exhausted and resentful. That night, I realized I'd been saying yes to keep peace, not because I wanted to. It was the first crack in the wall. Before I go further, drop a comment and tell me the last time you said yes when you wanted to say no. What did that cost you? I read every single one, and I'll reply when I can. Sharing helps us see we're not alone, and it creates a space where we can be honest without judgment. So type it out and let's keep this conversation alive. A second story takes us to a bustling city night. I was at a networking event, a room full of polished professionals. A senior colleague asked me to take on a project that didn't align with my goals. I nodded, smiling, because I didn't want to look like a slacker. The next week, I was drowning in tasks that didn't spark me, and my own ideas gathered dust. That night, I realized I'd swapped my own ambitions for someone else's agenda, and I felt invisible in my own life. The deepest cut came when my mother called, asking me to move back home to help with her health. I loved her, but the request felt like a chain pulling me away from the career I'd built. I said yes, packed my things, and left my apartment. Months later, I was living in a house I didn't recognize, my own dreams muffled by duty. The guilt was a heavy blanket. One night, standing on the porch during a storm, I realized I'd lost sight of who I was beyond being a caretaker. That moment cracked the mask wide open. I finally let the tears flow, and with them, the permission to breathe for myself. Imagine waking up and feeling a lightness in your chest, like the weight of other people's expectations has lifted. You glance at your phone and see a reminder you set for yourself, not for anyone else. You walk outside and notice the world as if for the first time. Colors brighter, air fresher. You say no to a request that doesn't feel right, and the anxiety fades, replaced by a quiet pride. You spend evenings on projects that excite you, not on tasks you've borrowed. That's the life after you reclaim your true self. Feels like stepping into a room you've always owned, finally opening the door. If this hit home, hit subscribe. I share these honest talks every week, no fluff, just real talk. And if you're ready to stop letting others dictate your path, type freedom in the comments below. Let's walk this road together, side by side, reclaiming the lives we were meant to live.